Welcome back. Make sure y'all check this live out before I make it private. Tap in, tap in, tap in, tap in. All right, so we're going to be talking about was the masculine bought and sold a dream. All right, peace and blessings. Welcome. Hit that like, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Was the masculine sold a dream? Okay, was the masculine bought and sold a dream? All right, so a lot of y'all need to know this. Okay, masculine energy can manifest into the male body and the feminine. Okay, um, a lot of these masculines have selling out, been selling out. Their purpose is to become one and whole and become peace and love and light. And a lot of them has abandoned the ship and left the ship astray along with their feminine on it to drown. And a lot of masculines don't think so. A lot of masculines think that what they're doing is nothing wrong because this is what the Matrix program matrix that's been infiltrated tell you. The program matrix tell you it's okay. You can do whatever you want and there's no consequences, but there is. There is always going to be a consequence for abandoning ship, for leaving your other half behind. You will end up suffering internally. You can never disconnect. If you're a true divine partner, you can never disconnect with the chosen one. This is why you're one, because you can't be disconnected. So a lot of masculines been sold a dream. They've been sold a dream. They are on that side they believe is green until that shit comes to an end. So a lot of y'all would say masculines with the karmic, he's happy. He's not. It's an illusion. The masculine can't be happy. You don't know what happiness is, then you need to continue to work on you. Happiness is not being with somebody and it's all cool. It's all dandy. That's not happiness. Happiness is oneness. Love is oneness. Unconditional is oneness. And the masculine is not oneness within self. You could pretend to be the feminines, pretend to be happy, but they know deep down inside we suffer because there's a two different meanings to it. One is frequency, one is just a word. The frequency of happiness is different from the word happiness. It's not vibing at the same level. It's just said but not showed. You know what I'm saying? People are showing it but not actually feeling it. And if you believe, like, people know how to act. That's what a mask is for. People know how to put that mask on and pretend. Okay? But eventually the truth will come out that the masculine has sold himself out. And it's going to cause that masculine very much pain, whether it's a male or female, making the wrong decision. And this is why I teach free will is not free. Free will is just another illusion that you believe you can do what you want, and it's not true. You have the will to act. It's an action. You can move, you can talk, you can eat, but everything comes with a price. If you move in the wrong way, if you move the wrong way, you're gonna end up going the wrong way. If you eat the wrong things, you're gonna end up, you know, either healthy or either healthy or sick. You get what I'm saying. You can say the wrong things. It can either hurt you or heal you. So it's not 100% free. Pay attention how you move, act, and how you say shit. Some people will like it and some people won't. Right? So masculine has definitely been sold a dream, and masculine took it and ran with it. Masculine made a deal with the devil. The masculine made a deal with darkness that you can take over me and you can take me to a better place than I will do so. Right? But masculine does not realize he didn't have to do that. All he had to do was be a little bit more patient with himself, a little bit more loving to himself, a little bit more caring to himself, and a little bit more patient, if I ain't already said that, with himself. He would manifest his wishes. See, the darkness, okay, the need for money, power, sex, and drugs has pulled this individual down a path to get it fast. But the devil ain't never said it was forever. See, the Most High give you eternal love, peace, and happiness when you get there. That is something that's already in you. You can feel that based off a vision that you can go somewhere and have seen something and not actually live in a moment, because a lot of these masculines get to these clubs, these parties, and get high, but they don't last long. You come down off of these highs because these highs are artificial. They're not official. You know what I'm saying? They're not a fact. They are an illusion. And they experience this oneness with God, and then they descend too fast, and then they want it again. Everything is created to get you to want God in your life. You don't realize it though. The devil even wants to be with God. And a lot of people don't realize that the devil wants to be with God. And God said, no, you are designed to stay here and maintain hell for me, for people who don't want to live fully by me, people who want to practice but not, people who want to preach but not practice correctly, you know. So a lot of these masculines do that. They go to these karmics, they say, I love you, I want to be with you, blah 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 blah. They hang with them, they have children with them, they have marriage, all that shit. But when it comes to their dying day, the truth, the light will shine on them and expose that darkness that was within them, and it'll be too late. It'll be too late for the masculine to say, I want to fix it. It's too late. Now the masculine don't know what a feminine is, you know. Now the masculine don't know if the feminine is happy or sad, or did you cause any grief. And this is why it's important for a lot of feminines to heal, because you don't want the masculine's illusion to cause you grief. You don't want that. Masculine at the end of the day will always realize they made the wrong decision. And this is why you manifest back into this realm again, doing it all over again. The one who's awakened faster is the one who actually accepted in their past life the challenge. And the masculine come down and they do it all over again, and you give them another chance. Okay? Because you're the light side. You're the light side. Of course, you're going to give them a chance to redeem themselves, to become of light. So you're back here, you manifest back here, and you do it all over again. Some can remember their past lives because they choose not to believe in the bullshit around them that call that the bullshit, just like the bullshit that sucked the masculine in. So you see things like your future and your past and your now as as an experience of greatness. You know what I'm saying? And some of y'all say, I didn't make the choice to come back here. Yes, you did. You know what you did? You made that choice on your deathbed. That's what you did. You made that choice on your deathbed when you had that judgment. When you had that judgment. Many different levels of judgment. But that judgment is more like you and your angel, you and your most high speaking to each other on your deathbed, telling you, hey, you want to come back and do this again? You know, they're going to show you your life. They're going to show you your life. They're going to show you the path that you should have took and how close you was. And then they're going to show you the path that you took. And when you compare the two, because people don't know how to judge themselves, this is why it's a mirror reflection. They don't know how to judge themselves for their best selves. A lot of masculines don't accept their best selves. They run from their best selves. And they'll go create their ego selves out of someone else. Oh, you like to smoke? I like to smoke too. Oh, you like to drink? I like to drink too. Oh, you like to party? I like to party too. And then they got some that say, well, you like to go to the park? I like to go to the park too. You like to go to the beach? I like to go to, they compare it that way. This is just not how you do it. That's not how it's done. That's not all oneness. Because just because the masculine and the feminine goes to the gym don't mean that the masculine don't go home and plant gardens. Masculine go out and drink beer while the feminine goes and do garden. The alignment is real. It's not a half-ass 1 minute out your life kind of blend. It's a everyday, all day. This time of day, I'm doing this. That time of day, I'm doing this. This time of day, I'm doing this. And you align to each other. You're literally on the other side of the world doing the same shit. That's how the connection is. I'm not talking about 1 hour a day. Oh, 1 hour a day, you go out to karaoke? Oh, I do too. But what do you do after that and what did you do before that? What did you eat for breakfast? Did you eat strawberries? I got the same feeling for strawberries. You and your partner will be eating strawberries at the same time. Oh, during this day I have yogurt. Oh, you eat yogurt? You know what I'm saying? So there's a you got this masculine cannot tell the difference between his right side and his left side, his feminine and his masculine. See, your feminine side of the masculine male body, he's supposed to tap into his empathy, right? And use that to read his physical feminine part. And the feminine, okay, who taps into her masculine side is supposed to reflect the masculine in a specific aspect. It's supposed to balance each other, okay? When someone takes too much, like if the feminine decides that she loves being the male more than her feminine side, she will take on that image. If the masculines decide that that's selfish, honestly, if you ask me, that's selfish. But if the masculine decides that he wants to take on his feminine side more than the masculine side, okay, they become overly feminized. See? So the masculine decides, okay, well, I'm going to take the feminine side, right? Your masculines. What I'm going to do is give that to another female. I'm going to take the power out of my divine feminine and put it in the karmic, because the karmic is it's not whole within herself. See, the masculine is willing to work on the karmic, making the karmic whole. When your feminine did all that work within yourself, you do naturally, you do the things the masculine like. You are the good side of the masculine, not the toxic side of the masculine. The karmic is the toxic side of the masculine that he refuses to, accept. But you are the feminine side, the positive feminine side of the feminine, and the masculine, he wants to pick you apart and only take what he needs from you and put it into the karmic to make the karmic whole. But see, the karmic can never meet that expectation, because just because you like this, and this, and the karmic does this, and that, he cannot make you, because he is not God. He cannot put the feminine in someone else. That's crazy. That's misleading, which means the masculine becomes the darkest side of himself, where he thinks he is God, instead of saying that there is a God and I respect a God, like women becoming men mentally and they want to manifest physically. Instead of them respecting the male form, they hate it, and vice versa to the male who becomes a feminine, hates the feminine instead of loving what they want to look like. There's just a bunch of hate into one crock pot of shit, and we all have to accept it because we're all one. No, we are all one when it comes to the essence. But if you're not using your essence, you become divided. Nobody's stupid. People that's of light beings, people that's of light just don't, we don't need to go out and make a big wolf about shit. We stay out, we just chill. We don't gotta come out and show our asses off every day. We don't have to do that. We don't care for that. So you see, a lot of the world thinks that light beings are in hideout. No, we're in hermit mode because the moment we become the caterpillar turned into the butterfly, we're gonna be ready to fly when the shit hits the fan. Compared to the person who didn't want to go into that cocoon and turn into a butterfly, they die inside. So they don't manifest as a butterfly inside, outside. They're still stuck in caterpillar mode. They didn't make it for the season. All right? People are supposed to go in. We're no different from every other bug, plant, and animal on this plane. We shift and shed as well. You know? We go through it just as well. We have senses just as well. We're not no better than the next. We believe that we are because that's just the narcissist in us to think we better than someone else. Instead of saying, I am me, I'm better within myself. I don't need to compete. But masculine got to compete. Masculine has to compete to feel validated. Overly, ego inflated. Ego is inflated like like a balloon. And the moment you, the nail of truth, try to get close and say, hey, listen, I'm about to pop your bubble, they want to get rid of you. Hate to pop your bubble. That's what they say, right? Hate to pop your bubble. What bubble is that? Your ego bursting. Huh? The words, the knowledge, the terminology is out here. You're supposed to use your empathic, nurturing side to tap into nature. Your masculine side doesn't do that. Your masculine side wants to do everything else but that. Balance it out. Masculine is supposed to be balanced. Masculine and feminine. Feminine is supposed to be balanced. Masculine and feminine. That's balance within self. Getting to know your opposite side of itself. But as a physical person, you have to accept who you are as a physical person, knowing that you're not alone with your feminine and masculine side. But when you try to become God and change yourself, you don't want to be patient enough to wait for your next life and let God know, all right, I want to be a woman. If you're a man, you want to be a woman. Be a woman in your next life. That's how you do it correctly. Manifest in your next life, because that's what you're trying to do. Like, I want to be. That's how you try to do it. Same thing, vice versa. Women want to be men. Do it in your next life. But in this one here, you still have to, you still have to master certain elements. Okay, you have to master certain elements, and this is the vessel that you got to do it in. But they went backwards. So masculine is being backwards. He's tapping into the feminine side, and he's taking the knowledge and putting it into the karmic and trying to make the karmic align to that feminine, but it won't happen. It never happen. The truth is always going to be the truth. And the masculine cannot buy into the shit for much longer once it's been revealed. Like strongly been revealed where the matrix is now changing and people are starting to wake up. We are here at the last stage before it's reset, before it's a mass reset, where now it's all the war has been won. We are winning the war on the 4-5D. We've won the war on the 5D. We are winning the war on the hold on a second, let me check my son. When we're winning the war, now we have to work on the intuition. People have to physically wake up. And once you wake up, you'll start to hear that voice louder. You'll see people and you'll start to say, you hear something say, don't go around. And they'll be like, whoa, what's that voice? Like it's just gonna be that clear. You're not gonna be walking alone. You're gonna be walking with God near you, guidance. Guardians and shit. You actually hear your guardians again. People used to walk life hearing their guardians stuff. No, don't go that way. Go this way. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. You don't have to, you know what I'm saying? It's masculines detach from themselves where they cannot hear that voice loud enough. So it has to manifest physically for the masculine to hear the voice. But they start to see the same shit happening over and over. They date and it won't work out. And they have to get tired of that. They have to get tired. And the moment they say, I am tired of this shit, I'm over this shit, is when they start to gain consciousness again because they no longer want to continue the cycle in hell once they realize wait a minute, this ain't it. And then the feminine, especially if they met you already, the first person that they come to mind is the divine feminine. When they're no longer bought and sold a dream, and that veil is lifted off this masculine, you can see whether they're gay or straight, whether whether they're left or right, whatever. Once you take the mask off them, take the mask off their thoughts, get them to realize that it's all been a deceiving, misleading mental illness that you've been placed under a spell. They will start to change, but they censor. I did a video on censoring. They censored those who did change. They don't want to talk about the testimony of people who were gay and actually changed back to being straight. They don't want to talk about the cheating husband who lost it all. They don't want to do that. They want to censor. They want to censor that. They don't want. They want you to keep chasing. They want you to be hurt. They don't want to talk about the husband who cheated on his wife and hurt. They don't want to talk about that. And then how the masculine has changed and preferred to go within and be alone for several years until he was mentally mature enough. People don't want to talk about how the mind of the masculines are much slower than the mind of a feminine. They don't want to talk about that. They don't want to talk about the feminine being too tapped into their emotions where they're out of control at most times. They don't want to talk about that. They want to censor growth. Because if you get an inkling of what growth in love and peace is, you ain't gonna want to be living in that hell again once you get a taste of the light. Everybody gets a taste of the light. Some people can't handle it, so they gonna shrivel on back underneath that rock like a scaredy cat because they're living in fear. That's what a lot of masculines do when they can't face the facts. When they can't face the facts, they want to try to get rid of the fact, but it will never go away because you are existing at this time now, and it's a fact. Your whole life is a fact. Your whole existence is a fact. And when someone tries to tell you that it's not, you don't exist, blah 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 blah, they trying to tap into your psyche, and they're trying to cause you mental confusion. You gotta learn how people just do it, not realizing that they're doing it. They use your own intellect, right? But that is the video for the masculine being bought and sold, okay? And it's just what it is. Being bought and sold a dream. Masculine believes that the grass is greener on the other side, and it's not. And he has to learn that the grass is not green in hell. Burning, burning for desire, burning for power, burning for success, instead of believing and knowing that you already are the greatest of yourself, the greatest of your own being. Self love, unconditional love for the planet. Unconditional love is knowing that people came out of hell and made it. Good for you, right? Happy for them. Because you had to come out of hell in order to realize that there is a heaven, because nobody barely realized that there was a heaven until they went to hell, until they went to a lower state of your mind. You fell right into that. It hurts. It's painful. If y'all still hurting today, you're stuck in hell. If y'all still searching and lurking for love, you're in hell. What belongs to you will come, whether it's in heaven or hell. It will come. It will reveal itself because it's always the truth. Fact is a fact. Your masculine is stuck in a mental illusion that they can't get the masculine out of it because the masculine doesn't have enough self-love to get them out of it. Masculine doesn't have enough self-love to shift because the masculine's still chasing that money, still chasing that power, that desire for sex. It's wake up time, y'all. Welcome to the 5D. Peace.